Hi Virgo, welcome to your November 2017 overview reading. So I have a new deck to show you all today, and I'm just going to do a modified Celtic cross. Let's see, what else is going on? I don't have any new workshops coming out this month, but I do, I am still doing the single question readings, and if you're looking to book a session with me one-on-one, you're welcome to do that. All of the links are in the description below. And then my newsletter as well if you're looking to get updates. And then your solar year reading during your birthday month, you're welcome to sign up for that as well. Okay, so now I'm gonna pull an Angels of Abundance card, see what's coming up for Virgo. Face your financial fears. When you are honest with yourself about your fears of success or failure, they can no longer control you. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you'll realize that you, in fact, have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with and released these self-doubts. Okay, so facing financial fears, the way I look at that is like, oh, if you have certain expenses that need to get taken care of, then just go ahead and look at them. Look at your bills, look at your input and your output, what's coming through and all of that. Okay, now that's done. Let's see at the base of the reading, the theme of the month, Son of Pentacles. So this is you putting together a vision. What do you want? What type of foundation? I'm actually going to show you this card again. So as you can see, his eyes are closed. And so when I read this card, it's all about doing work on your sixth chakra, all work with your third eye. And so you're really putting together a big vision and figuring out what exactly is your plan. It's kind of like you're in brainstorming stage. And then the challenges this month are 4 of Pentacles. So this is having a scarcity mindset, a scarce attitude, penny pincher. It's all of this fear. And it's not necessarily financially, but it's just in terms of resources. Are you going to have enough? That really comes to mind. So this is just, there's some desperation sitting in the space of how am I going to make this happen? And the best advice that I can give you is stop worrying about the how as much as you're focusing on, yes, this is possible. I think that people have it inverted. They're like, when I have a plan, then I will believe. What I'm saying is believe first, then make your plan. So that's absolutely the core of the message this month. And in the past, we have 10 of Swords, release, grief, you know, shaking out all of this stuff, working out all of the bugs in the past that doesn't serve you. This is the, oh wait. This is rods, not swords. Now that I'm looking at this, they look kind of similar. Or is it? Am I crazy? No. Yeah, they look different. That's rods. Yes, okay. So with that, it is like, okay. Now this is like, rather than the, I guess it is release in the terms of burnout. I don't know if that fully makes sense to you, but it's like whatever stuff was weighing really heavy on your plate that you weren't able to take anymore is being released. So it's like you're getting, your load is lightening. Because this is shifting out. Let me see what the modifiers are. King of Cups and the Emperor. So have you been dealing with some masculine energy that was overwhelming you? You know, was this a partner? Was this a friend? Was this a brother? I'm getting that this is one person. This is maybe someone who was emotionally draining, emotionally unable to offer anything to you. And it's interesting because these are good cards, the King of Cups and the Emperor, but it looks like with the Ten of Wands there, this is kind of pointing to a dysfunctional Emperor, a dysfunctional King of Cups. Doesn't mean they're a bad person, it just means that they're not emotionally healthy. Maybe a little bit possessive, overwhelming, dominant with the Emperor sitting there. The unhealthy masculine version of the Emperor is that dominant, controlling figure. And the dark side of the King of Cups is emotional manipulation. Someone who really knows how to play your feelings. So that person / situation is phasing out. If your intuitive hit is this is two different people, two different figures or situations, they're leaving. Whatever that is, say goodbye. Okay, and the future, we have the High Priestess. So you're really coming into an intuitive time. Stepping into your own intuitive gifts and abilities. It's all about you being able to see, this looks really closely connected with the third eye work that you've been doing. Let me see what the modifiers are. We have two, oh wow, double High Priestess. There she is again. And it looks like you're receiving something. So now the message is listen and pay attention to the information that you're receiving from divine source, whether you actively meditate or whether you're intuitive yourself. Listen to the messages in November. Are there any red flags that you can see in any situation that you're coming in contact with? You know, what is the deal? And it looks like just being open to opportunities. So it looks like it's going to be a really juicy time to manifest. I know that we have a Mercury retrograde coming up in December, and I wouldn't be surprised if you were heading into a really juicy manifestation period. I would bet money on that. So just get yourself ready. Make sure you're tuning in with yourself. Because it looks like you're going to be heading into a time when your body needs more of your time and energy and attention than usual. Because when you're highly psychic, that means you need to pay more attention to your physical body. And so I urge you to do that as much as possible. Okay, let's see what your goal is for November. Two of Swords. So this is clarity around a situation. You want to be able to like have those concise answers ready, because what the Two of Swords suggests is that you're kind of blind. But let me see what the clarifiers are. Whoops. Okay. Ace of Rods and the Five of Coins. This is really interesting because this is your desire. This is what you want. It's kind of looking like there is some aspect, there's something that you're facing right now, and I know that this is really like, it's not that specific, it's just like you're looking for there's a new situation that's presented itself, and then there's also this old situation, this old heartbreak, this old story, this like burnt out and exhausted situation that you could, if you wanted to, get involved with again. Or you could start something new. If this has anything to do with partnership or business partnership or whatever, it's kind of like you have the Ace, which is a new beginning, a new project, a new start. This is also a very phallic card, so it's like if you're looking to get some sex, like this is kind of what you want to see pop up. But here it's kind of like these are the choices. You can go back to the old, worn out, the tired, because this sitting in this position is like you want both. I want this old dramatic relationship to continue because when you're needed, especially for Virgos, it is a really great feeling. So it's just kind of torn between feeding into that drama picture and then also wanting something new and different and exciting. Excuse me. Okay, now in the subconscious, 7 of Cups, keeping your options open. Let me see what the clarifiers are. Again, we have the 2 of Swords and the 7 of Wands. So this is, that is the weird thing, because I was like, this isn't entirely conscious, even though it's supposed to be. But now that we have the 2 of Swords sitting underneath, I see that this is unconscious. This desire to go back into old pictures and stories is totally unconscious. It is just kind of leaking right now. In November, it's going to be a little bit leaky. And it is because you're spending a lot of time in your third eye. So it just looks like you're working really hard to create opportunities for yourself, as well as kind of mapping out different avenues and ways that you could go. So it just looks like there's some decision making. It's like plotting and working really hard in your subconscious, like what are some different possibilities. Okay, the advice for you is the Hermit. Take time to retreat. This is your card. This is Virgo. So pull back, take some time for yourself. Self-care, self-care, self-care. And it just looks like you need some time to reflect. Okay, that's with the Star and the 5 of Swords. So understand what are your dreams and what do you need to leave behind. What is blocking you from achieving your dreams, from living out that, star. But the only way you're going to get answers is if you actually take a step back, come into clarity with yourself about what you want, and then go from there. Okay, and then external influences this month. We have Son of Swords. Let me see the clarifiers first. 2 of Cups and Judgment. Okay, I'll be honest. This looks like a distraction. This doesn't look like, it just doesn't look as nourishing as you're probably anticipating seeing, the 2 of Cups here. I mean, sure, this could be your partner already. This could be an indication of you're working things out with a partner. The Son of Swords, that's a reference to an air sign or someone who has prominent positions in air signs. But really, this looks like a distraction. It looks kind of like being drawn to this situation or this person or this, like you're making decisions. Here's a decision, here's a decision, here's a decision. And so it looks like it does involve another person, but it's just it's distracting you from what you need to be doing. So it may not be healthy. Just keep your eyes peeled for that and notice that if it comes up or if somebody comes to mind, but it looks like they kind of have some influence over you this month. Hopes and fears, we have 5 of Swords, so fear of being defeated, things not going your way, things not working out. The Empress and the 4 of Cups. So it looks like you're a little bit afraid of either turning down an opportunity or not, people not receiving you well. And then it's also, this is coming up as an advice card, less than a clarifier. This is saying sit in yourself, sit in your power, own your intuition. It's really going to help you this month. And really working on your belief systems is huge, because your belief systems are going to influence how you manifest and what you manifest. So make sure that you work out all these bugs before you go into that December period, because I'm getting a really strong hit that December is going to be big for Virgos. So, and I don't know, other than Mercury retrograde, I don't know what's going on then. So, anywho, it's what I would say is just like make sure that you are surrounding yourself with people who are optimistic, who are problem solvers, who are uplifting and empowering to you. Don't let anyone discourage you or, you know, kind of tell you that you shouldn't believe or work towards something. Okay, and then where you're left at the end of November is the 3 of Cups. So this is really fulfilling. So you get a lot out of this period. Let me see what the clarifiers are. The Chariot and the Knight of Swords. This is you. So this is coming up really strong as you're stepping into that independent, I'm going to charge forward with exactly what I want. You know, we have the Chariot, and that's why it was coming up as don't let other people influence your goals and plans. Take advice, but just, you know, listen to it, consider it. You don't need to change your world for someone else. But this does look satisfying. It looks like you're in a really good position at the end of the month. And, whoops. So, yeah, so because it's all about like celebration, moving forward. There's some connection coming through. It just looks like this is a good mix. This is a good corner up there, because you have the connection with others, the 3 of Cups, you have the Chariot, the work ethic, and the independence and confidence of mind to do the things that you want to do. Okay, now, I'm just doing a 3-card pick, but if you want to use, I have the Tarot of Sexual Magic out, so if you want these to be for romance, that's fine. If not, they're just extra advice cards, and then this is a growth period for you. Pick whichever ones you want. If you just want to stick with one set, if you want all 3, I don't care. This reading is for you. So spread number 1, or cards number 1, we have Crown Chakra. Again, intuition is going to be more important for you this month. And that is really just the focal point, is watch your intuition. What are you telling yourself? What are your belief systems? Watch the information that you are receiving and accepting as truth. This is a call to think before you accept something as truth. You know, it kind of needs to pass through that barrier of, is this an affinity with me or is this not, before you fully accept it. It kind of needs a screening process, whatever information or truths you hear. Okay, and the sexual magic, we have 6 of Swords, so this is moving away from something, moving away from old behaviors, things that no longer serve you. It actually looks like there's a little bit of an aloof approach. I don't know, it just there's definitely some disconnection. Yeah, I don't know. It's it just seems like there's some distraction. So if that's coming up for you, especially in romantic partnership, don't sweat it too much. Just kind of be aware of it and really work on your making sure that you're taking care of your body, because there is so much focus on the crown chakra. So there could be a little bit of a tendency to kind of evacuate or go out of body. And so make sure that you are physically taking care of yourself. If you're having a lot of issues psychically, or you're having a lot of weird experiences, then I would suggest just booking a session with me or something, so because that's what I do, is I help people work through that stuff. So if you're going out of body all the time, you know, if it's not with me, just a practitioner that you like. Okay, spread number 2, sacral chakra, boundaries. Boundaries, 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 saying no. Again, another thing that comes up with clients all the time is, how are you exercising your ability to say no? Are you exercising your ability to say no? How often? It's like you're going to want to keep track this month of how often are you saying yes to things that you really want to say no to, and then, you know, using that information to change your behavior. Okay, and then we have the Knight of Pentacles coming through. This looks like a friend who's here to help, or a partner who's being really supportive of you. If you're not coupled, this ring says friendship. If you are coupled, then this is like someone's extending a hand to you. You know, like your partner has something to offer. So that looks good. Then the third spread, we have decisions, and that was a big theme coming up, you know, here, decisions, decisions, decisions. So make sure you are taking your time and using your intuition. This is sitting on top of 2 High Priestess cards. So that says to me that your intuition is going to be really valuable in making a decision. If you feel too emotionally charged, then have someone else read it for you, whether it's me or not. Have someone else use their intuition to read the situation clearly and unbiasedly. You know, I wouldn't get a close friend who, you know, is really involved in your life, or who's intuitive. I would get someone who's super neutral to help you look at the situation if you feel as though you need help. Okay, and then the other card is the 4 of Swords. This looks like rest, taking care of yourself, making sure that you are accepting the fact that you need downtime and that you are doing a lot of work, even if you're just planning and preparing. That is part of the labor of taking action. So that is all I have for you today. I really hope you've enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for spending time with me. If you're looking to work with me or sign up for my newsletter to get updates, everything is in the description box. Everything. Check it out. I have a ton of links. I'm doing like 31 days of rituals on my blog. I have all sorts of stuff, so make sure that you go and check all of that out for yourself, and I will see you next time.